Hi, this is DEDMan. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID. Or a fake one.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one snake.
The title screen goes through Naked Snake's CQC training. The silhouettes mixed with different camouflages you find throughout the game is incredible.
Put out that cigar!
This is a pretty cool shot right off. It immediately shows that Naked is different from Solid by having him smoking a cigar instead of a cigarette.
Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Learning 60s slang?
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
I do love it when media does fictional history. In this instance, it's really awesome that the legendary mercenary did the first Halo jump. Fun fact, this was added in because people were upset that Solid threw his cigarette in the Hudson.
Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
This whole scene is great, and the entire time Harry Gregson Williams' score is rising and just caps off a great opening scene.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission.
I mean, if you believe MatPat it is.
The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Naked is so much more of a smartass than Solid, and I love it. If you compare the two briefings between Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 3, Solid is much more rigid while Naked is loose and going with the flow. Occasionally you'll get prompts, or not, to see some of the cutscenes from Snake's point of view.
Once we've confirmed the rescue, Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
In about a decade, you'll get really familiar with using it to build your army.
If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
That's pretty good motivation for not screwing up the mission. Pretty sure leaving your equipment everywhere defeats the purpose of sneaking in. As usual, adding the actor's name to the character introduction is awesome. Also, David Hayter is always a win.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in.
No nanomachines, so it's time to go analog.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Bowie references.
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear?
Told you, Snake. Now, go pick up your gear or you're grounded.
Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
This is true for Snake as well as the player. The past two Metal Gear games have both been set in urban settings, while this one is a bit more open.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted.
Dying in Metal Gear Solid 3, as this is a prequel, creates a time paradox. Shooting down Horde nests to distract guards is a unique way to utilize jungle warfare. This is the point where I realized having a freely moving camera instead of a fixed one really does the series wonders. It really goes back to the line said before about urban combat. The jungle is entirely different and you need to be fully aware of everything in all directions. I'm assuming those papers have information on the Shagohod, so at least he's trying to be proactive in delaying them. That or he's really cold.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem.
The scary thing is that's standard military operating procedure. You can be killed to prevent the enemy gaining that knowledge, so we will call that a win for terrifying accuracy. Sokolov practicing his kung fu, maybe trying to fire off a Kamehameha at the end. Then running back to Snake is hilarious.
So this is the legendary boss.
Not quite yet.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Out of all the entrances Ocelot has made over the years, I feel like this is the best one.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
The soldier's probably wondering how a nut job like Ocelot made the rank of Major. Snake's oh shit face when he realized Ocelot is about to unleash havoc is priceless. Do I really need to say anything? This is so badass. Ocelot is a badass bad guy. The gun twirling mixed with his sharpshooting is awesome.
Which leads me to my second rule, the double tap.
Crew operatives!
Odd, but an effective way to summon your lackeys.
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Snake is a badass good guy. Ocelot's cockiness mixed with Snake's epic takedown of the Gru soldiers is epic.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
Giving advice to your enemy, rival, secret lover, there's no telling between these two.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Callbacks.
Snake, what have you done? You changed the future. You've created a time paradox.
Killing Ocelot creates a time paradox. This game is honestly far better than we deserve.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Ah, dang it. Diane betrayed us again.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
This introductory scene to the Cobra unit is awesome.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Is that a... Did you just pun the boss's code name?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Smooth. That's why she's the mother of special forces.
Jack, you can't come with us.
That was cold-blooded. Like a snake. Because she leads the Cobras. Nailed it.
First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button, and surgical treatment using the weapon window button.
Having the cure menu is an awesome gameplay feature. A cool Easter egg is over where the skull is. That's the Sorrow's remains.
We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Holy shit. Volgin really is an insane warmonger.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
Waiting until roughly 2 hours in to show the title card and intro sequence is an awesome way to really kick off the game. I really love the 60s spy aesthetic they used for the song, as well as the editing through the theme song. It really has a James Bond vibe, even if Naked doesn't like Bond films.
This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Can I just have a normal mission that doesn't involve living in the jungle or getting murked as a fail state?
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
Fox die? Sneaky reference, Kojima.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, it does seem pretty unbelievable when you say it like that. Considering this happened a week after the Virtuous mission, with Snake sustaining major injuries, he's truly a badass coming back for more.
All right then, Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero?
What are you doing here?
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore.
Why'd you defect?
didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well.
Wow. She's basically spelling out the ending for you there.
If we meet again, I'll kill you.
I don't care what universe you're from. That's gotta hurt.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so.
Flirting!
But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
I really enjoy the chemistry Snake and Paramedic have. Pity it didn't work out.
Who are the Patriots? Answer me! Trapped.
Get down! There is your answer.
But you still didn't technically answer him. Also, Eva's a badass lady.
The name's Eva.
I think he might turn into Naked and Solid Snake at the same time. That's awful. Who wrote that joke? No, don't award it wins. That was terrible.
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
Pretty sure you're the one tempting him right now.
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgin is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can do things he can't.
Damn near all of Evan's lines are double entendres.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Appreciating your comrade's technique.
Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too, The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
Do you two need a room? Snake's love for the shiny new toy is so great he even puts out a cigar.
Where'd you get something like this?
Perhaps I killed a Jedi and took it from him.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
Tactically thinking ahead.
Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap.
Good in real life advice.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit.
Pretty sure there are more important things to be looking at, Snake.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item.
Burn!
'Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
Also, time paradox. Trust me, I already tried.
You'll regret stopping me.
Everyone will regret that with as much chaos as he ends up causing.
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Damn, Snake is smooth as butter.
Shots.
Tornado Yoshida did the mocap behind Revolver Ocelot's gun spinning, and it is easily one of the greatest aspects of his character.
I've never felt a tension like this before. That's so different from simply changing a clip. Reload time is exhilarating.
What the actual fuck did I just watch? He repelled all the hornets by gun spinning. I'm not sure if that's stupid or brilliant. Just kidding, it's freaking awesome. While in the caves, your vision gradually gets better, just like if you were in a real cave. Having a torch helps significantly, though.
Tommy gun!
The series continues with really weird boss fights. The Pain fires hornets from more hornets that summons the Tommy gun.
What? What the fuck?
Snake, have you seen 007 From Russia with Love?
Nah, I don't like those movies. Real spies are nothing like James Bond. It's pure fantasy.
Snake, I don't think the Major's going to like you saying that.
And even though it's fiction, I can't help but comparing myself to Bond.
What exactly don't you like about James Bond? I mean, is it the fantastic gadgets? The cars? The guns?
Major,
Snake, wouldn't you like to have a gun shaped like a pen?
What good is a pen gonna do me in the jungle? I'd look like a fool.
Then what about a snake-shaped gun? You could make it look like you're grappling with a giant snake and then get a shot in on the enemy while they're distracted.
Okay, now you're being ridiculous.
We'll make you a snake-shaped gun that folds up and fits into an attaché case.
Will you give it a rest?
Oh, I get it. You're worried about how to handle the ladies, aren't you?
No.
I knew it. To tell you the truth, I don't like the idea of playing hanky-panky with enemy femme fatales either. But that's part of Bond's appeal. You could learn a thing or two from him. I mean, what about this Eva? What are you planning to do with her?
I don't even trust her yet.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't let yourself get involved. This is a game of spy versus spy. She's using you just as much as you're using her.
I realize that.
You've got to grab the initiative, and to do that, you have to get the upper hand in the relationship. That's what a spy is supposed to do.
Get the upper hand? I don't think I'm cut out for that mission.
Maybe if you change your codename to 00 Snake.
Hey, Jar.
007 is the biggest thing to come out of England since the Mayflower. I wouldn't be surprised if they made 20 more of those movies.
Didn't you know? The Major is a huge James Bond fan. Don't get him worked up like this.
Worked up?
Maybe you don't realize this, but now that you've got him started talking about Bond, I'm going to have to listen to him lecture for a whole hour after he gets off the radio.
You have my sympathy.
It's too bad you can't enjoy such a great movie, though.
I guess I'm just one of those people who can't enjoy spy flicks.
Hello?
I beg of you, grant me the strength to take this final prey. Let me linger in this world just a little longer. I have already slept enough for one lifetime. Enough for an eternity. You have my thanks. I have to thank you for waking me. If you hadn't shown up, my sleep would have been eternal. Do you hear me, Snake? I am the end. I am here to send you to your ultimate fate. You'll make a fine quarry for my final hunt.
This boss battle is quite possibly one of the greatest of all time. A sniper duel with someone basically on his deathbed who can blend in so well into nature and feeds off of sunlight. It's tense and epic all in one.
Major, I found the end. He's dead.
What the hell happened?
Maybe it was from old age.
You mean he kicked the bucket in the middle of a battle?
Maybe.
Well, Snake, the victory is yours.
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
It was his dying wish to fight me, but I disappointed him.
Snake, listen to yourself. This is a mission. It's not a game, it's not a sport. You think you're competing for the gold at Tokyo or something?
I guess you're right.
Just focus on completing the mission.
Yes, sir.
So, while I would never recommend doing this, as it cheats you out of an awesome boss fight, it's hilarious that waiting 2 weeks in real time after starting the end fight, Snake finds him dead from old age. The infamous ladder of Metal Gear Solid 3. It ramps up the rest of the game from this point on. Snake has dispatched 3 of the Cobra unit. He has 3 more to go, plus Volgin. His adventure is just starting. In this nearly 3-minute climb, you, as Snake, are basically supposed to be hyping yourself up for what's to come.
Does it look that strange to you?
No. I'm the same way. Scars all over.
Can I see?
No.
Well, that's not fair. She showed you hers, now you show her yours.
Here, look at this picture. Major Ivan Rydenovich Rykov.
Okay, for all the subtleties in this game, that is the least subtle thing.
You're a sick motherfucker, Mac.
Perhaps he was being used by someone else.
Perhaps. This man was our comrade.
Comrade or not, he's of no use to us now.
I don't approve of your methods.
I don't need your approval. I'm in command here.
You know you're torturing too much / too brutal when Ocelot tells you to chill. Using sleeping gas cigarettes to knock out enemies is some epic level spy shit. Maybe that's how they say hi in Russia?
Who are you? Don't play dumb with me. If you think you can fool me, you're sorely mistaken. I know the Major better than anyone else.
Recognition by groin? I'm surprised Snake manages to beat the boss in the end, the way that she kicks his ass up and down the place.
Stay out of this!
Standing up for your ex-pupil? There's still an electric torture scene, but thankfully there's no input from you. Well, there's no Otacon, so it had to be someone.
Admit it! We're after the location of the legacy! The secret fund established by the three great powers during the 2 world wars. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? $100 billion, divided up and hidden all over the world. And you're looking for a record of where all that money is hidden, right?
No, dude. He had no idea of it until you said something.
No matter. The Philosopher's legacy is safely in my possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad. You'll never lay on it.
First off, Volgan, you're a moron for saying where it is out loud if you're that worried about it. Second, it's at this point you start to wonder about the boss's allegiance with that glance to Eva.
I want to test her. I'll let this be the judge.
Do as you like.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna lie, juggling Russian roulette style is a pretty badass form of interrogation. That's a pretty awful way to lose your eye, but it's pretty badass Snake was able to keep track of all that to know when to save Eva.
Watching this has made me realize something. It's really not that bad.
Here's where Ocelot was born again as a sociopath. Mock fucking ocelot.
Run!
The Sorrow is trying to be helpful. It's a great touch that part of the vision on your right side is obscured since losing your eye.
Oh, my stomach. Oh, I can't hold it anymore.
Of course there's a Johnny ancestor.
Are you one of the Cobras?
Sad. So sad. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them. I am the sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness. This world is one of sadness. Battle brings death. Death brings sorrow. The living may not hear them. Their voices may fall upon deaf ears. But make no mistake, the dead are not silent. Now you will know the sorrow of those whose lives you have ended.
The Sorrow's entrance just might be the best in all of Metal Gear Solid history. This boss fight is super unique. It shows everyone you've killed, and when you get all the way to the end of the river, you automatically die. The only way to get out of the fight is to use the revival pill that I, as I'm sure many others, never used.
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana.
Eva sure knows how to make an entrance.
Can't even eat a snake during a mission, huh?
I wouldn't mind eating you. Snake? Thank you, Snake. I'll be your eyes from now on.
No matter what her actual job is and what she's supposed to accomplish on her mission, I feel like, especially in that moment, Eva is being completely genuine.
What is the Philosopher's Legacy?
Very well. I'll explain it before I kill you.
How very Bond villain of you, Volgan.
I've been waiting for this moment. Time to get even.
Think I'm not going to win Revolver Ocelot revolving revolvers twice? Think again.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime battle. Let's make it a good one.
Okay, that's a pretty awesome way to start a boss fight. A really nice touch to the mask is the right eye is closed to mimic Snake's missing eye.
Ivan, is it really you?
Being able to trick Volgan by wearing the Raidinovich mask is hilarious. Trying to dodge and weave through the base while Volgan is hunting you down with a Shagohod is tense as hell. You know, seeing Volgan tear through his own base just to kill Snake actually makes me think the Man on Fire subplot of the Phantom Pain is a little less ridiculous now. Eva did say you'd regret not letting her kill him. But the motorcycle chase sequence is pretty awesome. For not being the final boss fight, this fight against the 60s era Metal Gear is pretty awesome. Okay, that's pretty badass using your electrokinesis to power the Shagohod.
Who's afraid of a little thunder?
That, kids, is why you always pay attention to the road.
Snake, how's it look?
Pretty bad.
Not a sensitive bone in your body.
At least you told it to you straight.
I can't believe this.
Uh-huh.
I never thought I'd see you act this weak.
What do you mean?
Listen to me, Eva. We're doing this together.
No, you...
Eva, I need you.
Say that one more time.
I need you. I can't fly the wig by myself.
Using the cure menu to heal Eva is a nice twist on the mechanic you've been using all game.
Here. It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip, you have to be careful where you put your hands or your fingers will get burned by the exhaust gas from the cylinder gap.
Gunslinging tips.
Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother.
Maybe you should have gotten a second opinion.
I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle.
This is one of the most beautiful settings I've ever seen in any video game, especially for a final boss fight. This is the best boss battle in all of Metal Gear Solid in my opinion. Having to use all the skills you've used all through the game, plus some new twists like having to time when you use CQC, as she is your master who taught you all that you know. Being able to capture solid, liquid, and solidus snakes. Snake Eater ramping up as you whittle the boss's health down lower and lower with your time running out too, is an epic way to finish off the game. The cutscene will not proceed unless you yourself pull the trigger on the boss. That is some powerful stuff. Not just making Snake do it, but making you do it. I bet you feel like a dick right now.
It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
Eva!
Man, that was tense.
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
Dramatic Russian roulette.
What's your name?
Snake.
No, not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
John.
Proper dueling etiquette.
It's a blank. Oh, that was fun.
I can never tell what the hell is going on with Ocelot.
Till we meet again, John.
I think Snake is just as confused as I am. I'm gonna call you Major Cockblock from now on, Zero.
Well done, Snake.
In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake. First of all, I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA. I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry. The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place. saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
The look Snake has on his face as he walks down the hallway says it all. He has lost his will in being a soldier for his country, and he hates that he had to kill his mentor, effectively starting him down on the path to being the man who held the world in chaos for the sake of being a soldier in battle.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
Ouch, that's got to sting.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it, not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
This ending hits me in the feels every time. Finding out that the boss sacrificed herself for her country and being used as a pawn completely breaks Snake, and the first-person view of his vision swimming in tears solidifies the heartbreak.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
That was a close call, huh, Goosey? Huh? Those bad guys still in there somewhere. Oh, motherfucking!
I'd like to thank my artist Scott Specs. I also have special thanks for Deborah M., JJ Ryan, Jeff, Jess R., K, A Weary Writer, Death Demon 17, Steve C., and Walt W. Thank you all, and I truly appreciate all the help you've given me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please like, subscribe, and share. You can follow me at Twitter at DEDManGaming13, Twitch at DEDManGaming, and Patreon's on the screen. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Try not to die out there.